Okay, for question 10, which is another coordinate geometry question, we're given a trapezium, ABCD, and actually a diagram. It's quite rare we're given this, but it's quite nice to be able to get our diagram. Coordinates of D are 4, 7, so that's this point up here. We're asked to find the straight line through C and D, so that is this line, that's the one we want to find, and we're told that it's parallel to the straight line A and B. So this one here is parallel to this one here. We get given the equation for this and the point D. So in order to find this equation here, because it's parallel, it's the same gradient as this one, and it goes through point D. So here is our line AB. All we need to do is work out the gradient. So for that we need to make this 4y equals 7 minus 5x, and y equals minus 5 over 4 x plus 7 over 4. This is just the y equals mx plus c form, and from this we can get that m is minus 5 over 4. We've got that, and we've got our point, so we can use our y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. We've got this, we've got our point, we've got our gradient, so we can have y minus 7 equals minus 5 over 4 x minus 4. So this gives us y minus 7 is minus 5 over 4x. Here we're going to get plus 5, because the 4 cancels with the 4 here, the 2 minuses cancel, and we get that. So we get y equals minus 5 over 4x. If we add the 7 over here, we get plus 12. If we have a look what we're supposed to be showing, we're supposed to be showing that this ends up with this result here, equals 48. So we need to do a little bit of rearranging. So we have a y plus 5 over 4, x equals 12, multiplying through by 4, we get 4y plus 5x equals 48, and this is the result we were asked to show. We're now asked to find an equation of the straight line through A and D. So A and D are here. We know some information about D, we've got its point. We also know that the gradient is perpendicular here, because we're told that ADC is a right angle, so we know it's perpendicular. So for this one, we want M perpendicular, so this is for B. M perpendicular, let's just make that perpendicular sound a little bit clearer. It's perpendicular to this, so the gradient is going to be 4 over 5. It's minus 1 over this, so we change the sign, we flip it upside down. We also know this goes through D, which is 4, 7. So we're going to repeat exactly the same process with this information. So this is the gradient for AD, here is point D, so we have y minus 7 is 4 over 5 x minus 4. We're going to repeat exactly the same thing. This time I'm going to multiply through by this 5 to get 5y minus 35 equals 4x minus 16, and I'm going to collect it all up to one side, so we get 5y minus 4x. We add 16 over here, which gives us minus 19 equals 0. So we've got that as our other equation for AD. The final part of the question gives us the straight line through B and C, which is here and here, having this equation, and asks us to show that the coordinates of C are this. If we've got this line here, and we've got this line here, which is what we worked out up here, the one through C and D, all we need to do is solve this and this simultaneously. Now nicely it's a linear equation, so we're not even going to have to use quadratic methods. So for C, we are solving together 5x plus 4y equals 7. We've got to make sure we pick the right one. So this is the equation through A and B. We want the equation through here, so we actually want the one that equals 48. And the other one here, which we've just been given, which is x plus 9y plus 15 equals 0. So we've got these two things to solve together. I'm going to multiply this one by 5, or should I? Let's substitute. X equals minus 15 minus 9y, and I'm going to substitute this in here. 5 minus 15 minus 9y plus 4y equals 48. And this we should be able to solve. So 5 times 15 is minus 75. 5 times 9 is 45 minus 45y plus 4y equals 48. If we start collecting up, I'm going to take, so this together is 41y. Here I'm going to have to subtract this off. So I have minus 75 minus 48. This implies that if we do this subtraction here, we get minus 75 minus 48, which is minus 123. Y is minus 123 over 41. Divide by 41, we end up with minus 3. Once we've got our y coordinate here, we can finish it off by finding our x coordinate. We're going to use this one. So x equals minus 15 minus 9 lots of minus 3 minus 15. So this here gives us plus 27, and if we add on our minus 15, we get x equals 12. Finally, just returning to the question, it asks to show the coordinates are 12 minus 3. We've got our x coordinate as 12, we've got our y coordinate as minus 3. And that's the end of this homework.